Hey, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class, Brotherhood Sisterhood class. Man, if y'all were listening to what that song was saying, the song said, "I don't have to die to meet the devil." See, a lot of us, we don't understand that you don't have to die to meet the devil. The devil is right here in front of your face every day that you are seeing what's going on the news. The devil is in front of your face every single time that you see the wars and all the things that's going on right now. See, you got to understand that your oppressor is the devil. The people that make you see and believe that you're at the bottom, that you can never be something that the Lord can be proud of. You know, somebody that always makes you feel like you're at the bottom. Those people, that's the devil. See, your oppressor has been the devil for so long, and if you look back at the classes that we've been doing on Tuesday, it further shows you who the devil is. See, when we say devil, we're talking about a deceiver. We're talking about somebody that deceives people, somebody that tricks people into thinking one way when the Lord said, think this way. The Lord says go right, the devil says go left. Those deceivers, those people that made you feel like, you know what, we're going to give you these rights. You have all these rights, and you have the right to vote, the right to be in Congress, the rights to do this and all that. And then as soon as they feel like it, what do? They take it from you. They take it from you and tell you, why are you crying? Why are you whining? Like, you don't understand that you don't have to die to meet the devil? They're right there in front of your face. The same people that call you the N-word. The same people that sit here and can, bomb rush the Capitol. And you ain't hear about nobody really getting shot down, nobody really getting hurt and unalived or nothing like that. These are the same people that can do anything that they want to. The same people that slayed and unalived our brothers in the streets. And those people get away scot-free. Those people get away with slaps on the wrist. But let you do it. You getting life without parole. Like, it is time for us to separate ourselves. If we would separate ourselves and come back to following these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord God has given us, we will be all right. We won't have to worry about the devil sitting here keep playing these tricks on us, because we wouldn't even be looking for it. We would have the Most High Power, our God, watching over our backs. Brother, go ahead, go to that first precept I gave you. Go to the precept, like Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye to possess it. Verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
For this is what?
Your wisdom and your understanding.
What is your wisdom and understanding according to this scripture? What you got?
Law, statutes, and commandments.
The law, statutes, and commandments are our wisdom, are our understanding. The book of Deuteronomy is telling you, if you want wisdom and understanding, it comes by following the law, statutes, and commandments. It comes by you not eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. It comes by you not celebrating these pagan holidays. It comes by you not sitting here making altars and praising altars over the person who gave you life. It comes by not praising money over making sure that you're doing the work of the Lord. These laws, statutes, and commandments, these guidelines, these rules, rules and regulations that your Father has given you, those things are what is wisdom. See, everybody think that you got to go to college and get a college degree to have wisdom. No, your wisdom is sitting here in this Bible. This Bible is telling you exactly what you need to truly live, to truly be something different, set apart, separate. But you know what we rather do? We rather chase the white man's wisdom than the Most High God's wisdom. Now, am I saying that there's anything wrong with getting a college degree? No. But you shouldn't be putting that over serving the Lord. The Lord comes first. If you don't understand that, if you don't have those type of morals, if you don't have that type of, if you don't have that as your checklist, the Lord comes first, then everything else, then you will fail. Trust me. We done seen it happen so many times. You see all these stars right now. Oh, they're in the most, the greatest positions. They got all the money in this world, but then they all getting locked up. Then they all dying because they're sitting here fentanyl overdose. Sitting here cutting their faces, cutting up their bodies, getting plastic surgery, Botox, and all kind of things because they are empty on the inside. And the reason why they're empty is because they don't have the wisdom. They're missing something and they can't find it. So where they're looking for that is in all the wrong places. Their wisdom right now that they're living through is based off of the society that we're in. And the society that we're in is ran by the oppressor. And that's what we have to understand. Your wisdom and understanding comes from following the law, statutes, and commandments. If you want to know how to really succeed in this world, stand with the Lord. And when you start standing with the Lord, watch how doors just start opening up that you've never understood or never was able to see when you were doing the wrong. Yeah, it might take a little bit longer because the righteous way always takes longer because you got to endure to the end. That's what the Bible says. Brother, keep reading.
Okay. In the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Understand
this, man. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments and setting yourself apart from everybody else on the face of this earth, this will make these other nations. This will make the heathen nations, the oppressor and his little minions, they're going to be like, man, I'm not able to trick them. I'm not able to do these things to them. I'm not able to sit here and make them sell drugs in the community. I can't make them sit here and be drug addicts. I can't make them sit here and sell their women. I can't make them women go on poles and sell themselves short because they think that the only thing that matters to them is their bodies. I can't make them do that. You know what? Surely this is surely these people are very wise. Like, it's time for us to make the oppressor go back to the drawing board. The oppressor is running the same play every 100 years. He doing the same thing every 100, maybe 50 years. For some plays they run is every 10 years. When are we going to stop letting them throw that new shiny thing in front of our face and we be like, ooh? If we would come back to our God, they couldn't dangle nothing in front of our faces and us just be looking around like, ooh, that new little shiny toy. Like, what are we doing as a people? As a people, we always talk about unity and all this other stuff. But where we're failing at is coming back to our God. What we're failing at is sitting here thinking, oh, the more money I got, the better I could do for the community. Bro, do you know how many times that we done sat here and went into the community and we put pennies together to make sure we had hot dogs and hamburgers and clothes and was passing those things out and the community was thankful for that? We're in such a lower state, bro. Anything is better than nothing. But you got to also recognize this. Your oppressor knows that same thing too. Your oppressor knows that anything is better than nothing to us right now because they put us in such a lower state. That's why we have to gather ourselves together. That's why we got to come together and start following these laws. So that way we understand that, you know what? Yeah, anything is better than nothing. That's righteous. These handouts from these oppressors that's going to come back and give you wickedness behind that, this ain't worth it. Are people that's sitting here thinking that the way to go is selling drugs, the way to go is start trapping, the way to go is gangs, the way to go is sitting here robbing and stealing and all that? That's not the way to go. That's the way to go to jail. That's the way for you to lose your life. But that ain't the way to life. The way to life is following laws, statutes, and commandments. Getting the understanding. So that way, people will see you as a wise person and not see you as a clown, like how they looking at us right now, laughing and snarling and clapping like, look. Now they women over there getting BBLs. BBLs was made for white women. It wasn't made for us. The 12 tribes of Israel, our women been shapely. They been having thick hips, good thighs, and butt for days. Now everybody want to have the same thing. Everybody want to look like what they've made, the new Barbie doll. We are looking foolish to these people. And if we would come back to our wisdom and our knowledge and our understanding, then we would be better off. Understand the Lord called the 12 tribes of Israel to be something better. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7. Verse 6. Let me show you what the Lord was talking about. When he called the 12 tribes of Israel to be set apart and separate, he said this.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
See, the Bible is letting you know, man, for you are a holy people. Holy means to be set apart and separate. Not only are you holy, you are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. See, it didn't say the Lord God of everybody. The Lord is calling you his child. He specifically are saying, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord is your God, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Haitians and Jamaicans, Cubans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, the El Salvadorians. The Lord is your God. And you have to follow your Father. He said that he had you and he put you above all nations on the face of this earth. He didn't sit here and say that you're next to these heathen nations. He said that he put you above all nations on the face of this earth. So you know what that means for you? Your Father has put you up here, and he has set a standard for you. And the simplest thing that you have to do is just hold that standard. But as a people, what happens all the time when we have standards from our parents? You know what we end up doing? We end up doing the opposite of what our parents have set for us. You want to know why? Because you feel like it's just too much pressure to hold that standard. And it's not. We got to get out of that mindset that it's too much pressure to be great. If we would get out of that type of mindset, we would be better. It's a crime and it's a shame that we take the opportunity to be great at doing the wrong things better than we take the opportunity being great at doing the right things. That's the thing that hurts us so much. It hurts us bad that, you know what, instead of following our God, you know what we rather do? We rather drink till we can't drink no more, till we got alcohol poisoning. We rather do drugs until we crash out. And you want to know why you crashed out? Because you wasn't in the right mind. You want to know why you're losing family and friends and nobody can trust you no more because you're stealing their stuff just so you can get you want somebody to love you, but how can a man love you when you sitting here using him as a trick? The only people that have tricks is prostitutes. The only people that have tricks is hoes. But that's what our people, we're great at doing that. You want to trick your brother and your sister. You want to set up your brother and sister to be robbed. But you're not going to set them up to be in the right position, though. You ain't going to set them up so that way they can make millions of dollars or set them up to where they can make sure that their family no longer ever has to starve. You're not doing that. It's a shame that we are so great at being bad to one another. And that's what we have to change. That's the biggest problem that we have right now. And we have to change that as a people. That's what we have to do. Let's change that as a people. Hey, let's drop what you have right now. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. Go to 1 Peter 2 and 9. Matter of fact, go to 1 Peter 2 and 9 for me. Once you got to go ahead and read it.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
But ye are a chosen generation.
For ye are what?
Chosen generation.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, understand this. You are a chosen generation. This ain't something that was just sprung on us. No, the Lord had this set for you. You are a chosen generation. What else does it say?
A royal priesthood.
Keep going.
A holy nation.
Mm-hmm.
A peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Understand this. The Lord is telling you, in the book of 1 Peter, it's letting you know, not only are you a chosen people, say you are a royal priesthood. Like, the Bible is letting you know how great Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are. The Bible is letting you know how great we are supposed to be as a people together. Not a people hand in hand with the oppressor, but a people that's hand in hand with their own kind. a people that loves blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Us coming together, us seeing one another and not turning our backs on one another. You are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. You are a peculiar people. You are somebody that people don't really understand that well. And that's the reason why they hate us so much, because they truly don't understand us. They don't understand how we can be so great in everything. And we barely try. Sports, you can throw that away, man. There's nobody better than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in any sport. You talking about inventions. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were some of the best inventors. And the inventions that we had, other people had to try to trademark them to make it their own, to try to take away from the fact that we were so great. And we are so great to this day. We just got to come back to it. It's not hard for us to come back to it. You just got to make the choice. You can either stay being a coward, stay being a drug addict, stay being a whore, stay being a whoremonger. You can stay being weak, or you can put back on your strength. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you're a royal priesthood, that's some strength. Yeah. Everybody wants to be royalty, but everybody's not royalty. You got to understand that. You have something that everybody else wants to have. And that's the Lord calling you a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a peculiar people unto himself. And the only thing he's asking you to do is do what? What did it say at the end? Show forth praises to him. Ain't that what it said?
That ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
The Lord is calling you out of darkness and telling you to come where the light is. He's telling you, hey, enough is enough. Stop killing the community. Stop the gang violence. All the YNs, put the guns down. Stop running each other down, gunning each other down and all that. Stop. It's time for y'all to start teaming up and being one. And let's turn on the true enemy. Let's put forth all our efforts to go against the true enemy, which is the oppressor. Stop hating on one another. Stop making the job easy for the oppressor. Because right now we making the job easy for the oppressor. The oppressor just got to, like I said, dangle something in front of our face. And we'll go to it. Go ahead.
If I could, like this AP watch that they dropped.
Yep.
They had all these black people running up in the mall, and come to find out the watches was already sold out. So you really basically ran up in the mall for nothing.
Yeah. You don't think that they planned that? They want you to run off in the mall. What normally happens when them AP watches come out? Same thing that happens when the new J's just dropped. You don't think they know what they're doing? Why do you think they sit here and make Polo, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Coach, Burberry, what else? What other fashion names they got out there?
Dolce and Gabbana.
Dolce and Gabbana. They Balenciagas. Christian Dior. They also got Ferragamo. It's one other one that they always talking about now. I can't even think of it right now. But they making all these things. They're putting all these things in high places to us. Man, you gotta have a Louis V. You gotta have the belt, the Ferragamo belt. You gotta have the Balenciagas. You gotta have the McQueens. You gotta have all these different things that means nothing. But you know what they do? They put that in front of our faces like, yeah, you gotta have a new Ferrari. You gotta have a Lambo. You gotta have a Bentley. You gotta have that Wraith. These things mean nothing to the Lord. That doesn't show that you are a royal priesthood by having these things. These materialistic things that are going nowhere. We in a war. If they decide to send a missile and blow up, you think that Rolls Royce, you think that mug it's gonna keep you good? You think what? You think this $1 million mansion that you have, you think that's gonna be good? Cause they got bunker bombs, so it ain't like if you get down into a bunker that you still safe. They got bunker bombs. Everything that you are putting above the Lord that's materialistic can be taken away from you within a snap. But yet you don't realize it. Us as a people, we don't realize it. Because what we are used to doing is seeing whatever's trending and go with the trend. Well, let's see if we can put the Most High God first and let that trend and see if all of us together can do it properly, not according to these Christian churches. Because you think you going into the Christian church, singing a song, dancing a dance, talk about I love the Lord, but leave church service and go put a blunt to your mouth. Leave church service and go get a hit of that crack and a line of that Coke. Or going to eat pork right after the church service, catfish right after the church service, have a crawfish boil right after church. You don't realize that all those things are the same? All those things are abominations unto the Lord. You can't be a brother sitting here saying that you love the Lord, but you taking it up the backside from another man. The Lord's not with that. The Lord is not with a woman sitting here munching on a woman. That's not what he made us and put us on this earth for. He told us to be a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a peculiar people that came out of darkness. See, everything that we're doing right now, everything that all these celebrities and the trends that this world has right now, these things is darkness to the 12 tribes of Israel. These things are nothing but a smoke and mirror. It's a distraction from the true purpose of life. And it's time for us to come back to our culture. It's time for us to listen to our Father. Let's drop that. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
See, the Lord is telling you that if you would hearken diligently, if you would listen closely to observe and do what he's telling you to do, he said that you will be put on what?
Above all nations of the face on the earth.
He'll put you above all nations on the face of this earth. No more poverty for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No more ICE for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and Haitians, and the Jamaicans. No more you having to walk across the river or a sea for freedom. Like back when we did the mission of Acuna, bro, we was seeing Haitians sitting here walking with with their clothes over their heads. We saw fathers trying to carry their children over their heads, barely being able to breathe, trying to get somewhere where they can have freedom. See, this world that we're living in right now is not free. We don't have freedom in this world because we did not follow our Father. He said if we would do what he said do, hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe and do his commandments, he'll set us on high above all nations on the face of this earth. But if you drop down to verse 15, go ahead and read that. What does verse 15 say?
It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Read just some of the curses. It says what? Go if need to, we can go to verse 16. Matter of fact, you don't have to. It says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 16, cursed shall I be in the city, cursed shall I be in the field. We are cursed. You want to know why we're cursed? Because we chose to not listen. We chose to be hard-headed. We chose to be stiff-necked. Like our Father knew. Our Father knew we were hard-headed, but he still gave us the opportunity and the chance to not fall. That's like being a parent right now. You know what's best for your child. You done lived the life that they're going to live now, and you like, look, I failed at doing these things. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is you don't have to fail like me. And what I want for you, even though you may not see it right now, what I'm telling you to do is going to save your life in the long run. Just trust me. And you know what your child says? You lived your life already. Let me live mine. Yeah, you made mistakes, but I got to make mistakes as well. And you know what, as a parent, you know what you do? You be like, oh, I wish you would listen. Because these mistakes that you're about to make, it costs me a lot. It costs me more than you would ever imagine. And I'm trying to make sure you don't bump your head the same way I bump my head, so you can skip that step. You can have a easier life. You can have a more abundant life. But you don't see it like that. See, it's crazy us being parents, how we can see that, but we don't see it the way that the Lord sees it. Because you're sitting here saying all these things. You're sitting here saying that, you know what? I don't want you to bump your head. And that's the same thing the Lord told you. I don't want you to bump your head. I'm trying to lead you in the right path so that way you don't have to go through this darkness. The Lord said the same thing to you. In the same way that your child is hard-headed, they got it from you because you were hard-headed. But you know what? It's time for us as the people to stop being so hard-headed. Like, I don't know about y'all. I done had enough of being at the bottom. I done had enough of these oppressors sitting here picking and choosing when they're going to give us what we deserve or take it. Because at this point, why the hell as a people do we have to wait for oppressors to give us anything when if we will follow our God, we could take it? We could take back everything that was stolen from us if we would follow God, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. We could take back over our cities. We could take back over our education. We could take back over our resources. We could take back over our banks. All these things that we have lost, we could take back if we would follow the laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible and understand this book is only for the 12 tribes of Israel. See, these religious leaders have deceived us now to the point where we don't even feel like this book is our book anymore. Hey, T, I'm going to give you a call back once I get done teaching. All right. These religious leaders, these people that you have put in high places, were the biggest deceivers because they started following who? Their God. And who is their God? The oppressor. Why do you think in the Bible it says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of it that you will do? You will shed innocent blood in more ways than one. Let me tell you something. For these Christian pastors in the Christian church, the Catholic church, let me say something. Understand, you don't have to hold a gun for you to be the reason why somebody is unalived. You don't have to hold a knife to be the reason why somebody is being shanked or unalived. Your words and your cowardly ways is what's killing people, is what's hurting people the most. In the Christian church, at first, before the Obamas, before they came into office, the Christian church was talking against homosexuality. The Christian church was like, if you were a homosexual, if you was a part of alternative lifestyle, you could not get married in the Christian church. Shoot, if you came into the church and you was a guy and you was wearing a dress, hey, you got to get up out of here, partner. Hey, I don't know what you got going on, but not going to be in here. But you know, right after Obama's changed the laws and all that, what started happening? The Christian pastors started having alternative lifestyle weddings, ceremonies. You don't understand how you are making your people and leading your people astray by doing that. If you was real about it, you would stand 10 toes for it. And by you standing 10 toes, whoever wanted to leave your church because you were speaking against it, they should have left. You didn't have a backbone when you were supposed to have a backbone. You bent. The oppressor put his hand on your back and you bent over. And you want to know what? Then you started following his ways too. Because we all know the oppressor is one of the biggest alternative lifestyle members. Why do you think they started buck breaking our ancestors? And you follow right behind him. The church is now the new Sodom and Gomorrah. And y'all don't see how y'all leading our people astray and unaliving our people? The blood is on your hands. Understand this. For these religious leaders, these congressmen and all these people that are in high places for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the blood is on your hands because you are leading the people astray. It said, if we hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, we will be set on high above all nations. But if we didn't, then we would be cursed in the cities, cursed in the fields. Yeah, Back in the biblical days, our ancestors decided to not follow God. We could have broke the cycle. We could have came back. But y'all held on to what they did. And that was against our God. It's time for us to come back. The generational curse, it's time to break it. But you can only break it if you are not a coward. If you're not somebody that's scared to be different. Once you choose to be different and stand on it, and the Lord will see that you are choosing to be different, then and only then can he start being proud of you as a father is. But until then, we got to deal with Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. Charles, I want to go ahead and read that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Understand this. This is part of one of your curses as well. The Bible is letting you know. Since you decided not to follow your father, you got to deal with a nation of fierce countenance. They so fierce that let's just put it in layman's terms. Let's just put it in slang. They don't care for your grandmama. They don't care for your children. They don't care for you. They don't care for none of your cousins, none of your kinfolks, period, point blank. The nation that's against you now, the oppressors, see the Edomites, the Moabites, the Hamites, and the Ishmaelites, those people, those four nations don't care nothing about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They don't care nothing about the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Zebulun, tribe of Judah, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Levi. They don't care nothing about y'all. The tribe of Benjamin, they don't care. These people was put on this earth to do nothing but destroy you. And they've done their job because they got the so-called fun job. That's how people look at it. They look like what the oppressor has is so great, it's so amazing that they just got to have it. And that's not the truth. You could do more. You could be more if you chose to. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I be looking forward to the Passovers. Even though I be working the Passover all day and all night, I look forward to the Passover week, going to the all-black party, going to the parties after that, going to class, seeing brothers and sisters being able to be around each other and really have nothing to worry about because they know for a fact that they protected. They know for a fact that this is nothing but a good time for one another. We don't have that nowhere else. And then you ain't got to worry about no shootouts at the Passover. When you start following the law, statutes, and commandments, you ain't got to worry about shootouts. You ain't got to worry about kids being snatched, people being sexually assaulted or anything like that. You ain't got to worry about that. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Because we, as a people, in this school, we are doing what the Lord said. To the T. And we're doing it to the point where everybody can come around each other and it's not a problem. At the Passover, we had fake Israelites there. You wouldn't have known because we didn't have no beef with them. It's the Passover, bro. If you want to come and do the Passover like you were commanded by the Lord, hey, bro, come on. Just understand these are the rules, this is the regulations. We had people that was in the stables. We told the people from the stables, come on to the all black party, come on to Passover, get some of this unleavened bread and lamb. Rules, regulations. Everybody gets searched. Everybody this, everybody that. Make sure if you drink in moderation, get you some water. Because if you get drunk, Shamar is coming. Like, why can't we go back to having that? Y'all would rather, us as the people, we would rather deal with what? A nation of fierce countenance that don't show no favor for the young or the old? We would rather deal with the oppressor and his crooked judicial system, his crooked laws that are not meant for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to succeed? That's what we rather deal with. You got to learn knowledge so that way you can deal with these people. Because once you really start dealing with them, you'll start recognizing that these people, they really aren't that smart. They're really not. They just do the same tricks. And once you can catch on to the trick, you'll no longer be tricked. But you have to gain your wisdom and your understanding and your knowledge according to this Bible. So that way when you start moving up in the chain, that you will see a trick coming from a mile away and be like, nah, I'm good. I already see that this is a snare. This is a trap. And I'm not worried about that. I'm good. Oh, yeah, we going to a party. You want me to do acid? I'm good. Oh, you want us to get on these jiggers? I'm good. Oh, you want me to drink that jungle punch that y'all done put them XO pills in? I'm straight. Yeah, BYOB, I brought my own little thing. You know, I'm good. As a people, we have to be smarter. As a people, we have to gain our knowledge. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's go down to the next precept. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 32.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father, which is in heaven. Verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him I will also deny before my Father, which is in heaven.
See, understand this, man. Who is speaking in this time?
This is Christ speaking.
Christ is speaking. He's saying, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess before my Father. What is he saying right there? He's saying those that choose to do the will of my Father, I'm going to remember them, and I'm going to tell my Father, hey, these people chose to follow me, to follow you, to follow your laws, statutes, and commandments. What you got to talk to one?
Christ also said in the scriptures, depart from me, I never knew you.
He said, if you confess me, then I'm going to tell my Father, I know you. But see, he also said, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also not deny before my Father which is in heaven. See, you got to be very careful on how you treat the Most High God and his Son. Because his Son is keeping records. The angels are messengers. They're looking down and passing along messages, and they're sitting here writing down the choices that we're making and everything that we're doing. Because you all know, see, it don't matter if you was in church. It don't matter if you came down to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We all know during Judgment Day, we have to account for the things that we've done in our life. If you don't know that, you might want to get to know that. Everything that you're doing right now, understand, you're going to have to account for. Why do you think that we're telling our people to change? Why do you think that we are changing ourselves and asking for forgiveness? Why do you think when you say the Lord's Prayer, it says, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors? Do you know what kind of debts you really have with the Lord? It ain't financial debt. It's definitely spiritual. And the things that you've done that's been against him, that is an abomination unto him. So understand, when Christ is saying, if you deny me, then I'm going to also deny you in front of my Father which is in heaven. Understand, he's letting you know, if you deny this, if you deny listening and learning and understanding the wisdom, then don't worry about it. Enjoy this life that you're living right now. Because when the kingdom comes, you not finna enjoy it. You're gonna be just like your oppressor in captivity. You're gonna be just like your oppressor, trying to figure out why the Lord gave me nothing. See, a lot of us, we're fighting for a crown. Shoot, I'm just fighting to hear the Lord say that he knows me. Because just like the brother brought out, the Lord could say, depart from me, I never knew thee. Because everything that you're doing right now might not be enough for him. We should be fighting for the kingdom, to even see the kingdom. But you know what we fighting for right now? We fighting over men. We fighting over women. Fighting over drugs. We fighting over guns. We fighting over words that's being said on social media. We fighting over money. We fighting over jewelry. Fighting over shoes and clothes. That all being made in China. The Chinese people is making a killing. They making a killing off of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They making that stuff, they made it for what? All of maybe $50 at the most? Come down here and sell it for what? 20 times the profit? They making shoes that only cost them $25 and they selling it for $250. They making Balenciaga shoes in China that cost $25 but selling it for over $1,000 something dollars. What you got, 1,001?
I was about to say that all the Jordans, the Gucci bags, all that stuff cheap over there in China.
Brother, a long time ago, I had a plug that had the Chinese website, and he used to order the stuff off the Chinese website, and then he used to sell it. The dude told me he used to get that stuff. He would get like 2 Louis V bags, like 4 pairs of J's. He'll get some Burberry. He'll get all this name brand stuff. He said, yeah, I just put as much stuff as possible in the cart until it gets to $500. And then I'll have it shipped to me. And then I'll sell every last one of them for the same price, just a little bit cheaper over here. And I'll make my money back easily within a day. Because the only thing he had to do was sell, 2 pairs of J's, and he done got his $500 back. And then they getting all the ones, the off-white J's. They got them all. But now we fighting over those things. We fighting over if you got the real J's or the reps. When you don't understand that the real J's are replicas. They're the same thing. It's just which company did they get the J's from? Or which company did they get the Louis V bags from? We're fighting over stupid things instead of fighting to get the kingdom. That's the problem that we having right now. Us as a people will fight over the dumbest things possible, but we're not fighting to be together. We're not fighting to be one. We're not fighting to get our people out of those cages. We're not fighting to make sure none of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are homeless. We're not fighting to keep them from being homeless. We fighting over clothes. We fighting over being the next thing that's on TikTok, being the next thing that's on Twitch. We fighting to be a celebrity. What does this world really have to offer us? We got to stop being so materialistic. We got to stop thinking that we got to have the new and come back to what our God said. Because right now we're denying him. We're denying Christ. We're denying our God. And we're denying his rules and regulations. And they don't understand that our God got a problem with that. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 16.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 16. Him to jealousy with strange gods.
Understand this. Us as a people, we're provoking our God. How are we provoking him? With these what?
Strange gods.
Keep going.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
We're provoking our God to what?
Anger.
By these abominations. Eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, doing drugs, sitting here gangbanging, unaliving one another, sitting here being a part of the alternative lifestyle. Understand, one sin is not greater than the other. So if you sitting here smoking weed, you can't sit here and tell little Tyrone that's now a part of the alternative lifestyle that he wrong, because y'all wasn't what? Y'all both wrong. The Lord looking at your sin and smoking weed as the same thing as him blowing rod. You got to understand those things go hand in hand. For these Christian pastors, you're no better than a pedophile. Because you know what you're doing? You're leading the people astray. You telling them it's okay for them to sin and fall short when they can strive to be perfect. That's how our people got to look at it. Our people got to look at it that serious. It goes, for the Lord is 0 to 100. It ain't no, oh, my sin is a little bit smaller than your sin, man. I just ate a little pork. Nah, the Lord looking at you like you a rod smith. Hey, bro, that's how the Lord look at you every time you sin. For guys, that's one of our biggest things. Hey, man, look, hey, don't compare me to them. You know, they tripping over there on that side. But you don't realize the Lord is looking at you like one of them. Because the thing that you doing over here, you don't realize that sin ain't greater than the sin he doing at the same time. As a woman, you don't want to be considered a 304. A woman don't want to be compared to that. A woman don't want to be compared to the scum of the earth. But that's what the Lord sees when you sit here and do the abominations. When you sit here and not following him and his laws, he sees you as the scum of the earth. He sees you like a 304. So whatever you feel like is the worst thing possible, understand when you do the smallest sin, that's what the Lord is looking at you as. That's how he sees you. Taz, want to go ahead and read where you was at?
They sacrificed unto devils.
They sacrifice unto what?
They sacrificed unto devils.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 16. He's saying right here that we are provoking our God into jealousy because we are serving strange gods. It says, with abominations, provoke they him to anger. We're provoking our God to anger to the point where he'll destroy everything because of how we are living. And in the verse 17, it says that we sacrifice unto what?
Devils.
And what else did it say after that?
Not to God.
See, you are sacrificing unto deceivers. See, that's what we got to understand. We got to start breaking this Bible down for us to really understand this. It's saying that you are sacrificing unto deceivers. You're serving these strange gods. You're serving rocks and stones and Allah and Buddha and all these other different gods. The Virgin Mary and all this other stuff. You doing these demonic rituals. You celebrating these celebrities. You're serving them like they are gods out here. And you don't understand that you're not serving your God anymore. And it just told you that you doing that is provoking him to anger. That's what we got to understand. We're provoking our God to anger because we are not doing what he said for us to do. Shalom, man. Go ahead, keep reading. What else does it say, Atazwan?
To gods whom they knew not, to know gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
Understand this, we're serving gods that the Lord don't care about. We serving gods thinking that our people are serving Zeus or Achilles, Poseidon. They doing all this zodiacs and all. We're serving other guys that the Lord is looking at like what we doing here? Like what we doing? That's what your God is telling you. He's sitting here looking at you like what we doing here? Why are we sitting here at the place of you serving somebody that means nothing to me? We have to come back to really serving our God. Our God don't fear nobody. Our God don't care. You forgot the Bible says the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. What is a man of war? Somebody that will what? Destroy any and everything that stands in his path. We don't realize that we're becoming the enemy that's in the Lord's path. It said we're provoking him to jealousy. The Bible also said this. Our God is a jealous God. Do you really want to provoke a man of war to jealousy and to anger? We have to be careful of what we're doing. And the best thing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, so that way we don't have to deal with these oppressors, so that way we don't have to deal with these devils making us look like idiots to our God, is for us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. For us to turn from our wicked ways, come out of the darkness into light, and start doing what is right. Only then can we actually get safe. We can actually get out of this hellhole that we're calling a society that we're living in right now.
Right.
Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
Come. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Woe unto what?
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
The Bible is telling you destruction is going to come upon them that call evil good and good evil. So you know what's going to happen? The same thing that happened to T.D. Jakes. Same thing that happened to Creflo Dollars. Same thing that's going to happen to Joel Osteen.
Right.
All these people that's calling evil good. T.D. Jakes, you don't even hear about T.D. Jakes no more. T.D. Jakes was somebody that everybody was talking about. Everybody was going to his church, everybody. But after those allegations started coming out, after he was talking about getting swallowed up, and all these Diddy files and all this, the same thing as these Epstein files is going to come out, you start seeing people moving away. Understand this. The same way you're moving away because you saw a celebrity that's in the stars, that's in the sky, that you look up to so much fall, you can be the same person. Because you're calling evil good every time you get drunk to the point where you're pissing on yourself, throwing up on yourself. You're calling evil good anytime that you put that peace pipe to your mouth. You're calling evil good anytime that you're unaliving one another in the streets. Because what? They have the new car or the new clothes or something that you want. You're calling evil good anytime that you're in the strip club making it rain on your sisters. Or sisters, anytime that you're in the male strip club throwing dollars on the men on there. You're calling evil good anytime that you have a husband and you're committing adultery because you're having sex with someone else. We got to be mindful of that. Because it's saying destruction is going to come upon them that's eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster because you feel like that's okay. But that's evil. It's evil for you to even cook it to give to someone else. That's evil. What you got, bro?
Salak, if I may, sir, that's what they promote to our people as if it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? The rappers, they rap about selling drugs, they rap about unaliving one another, as if we benefited off of it.
Yep.
But here we are, the I.S.U.P.K, we teach our people how to live righteously, and we get demonized for it.
Brother, we've been demonized to the point where nobody wants to really listen to us besides people that can hear. Because it says that he that has an ear, let him hear.
Right.
A lot of people can't hear. You want to know why they can't hear? Because they too far down in the trenches of the water with the beast. Our people are destroyed because of things like that. Right. They're following behind these celebrities. And the Bible tells you all the time that you put these people on high and these people are nothing to the Lord. Go ahead. I know.
If I could, sir, and what gets me is the oppressor is at the root of everything.
Yep.
Literally, they are the ones paying our own people to promote a degenerate lifestyle to us. I seen on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God, he had an interview with a Jewish executive.
And he said, okay, well, why do you allow your artists to promote a degenerate lifestyle? You know what the man said? He said, I have to feed my family. I have to worry about my own. But what about our kids? What about our children that have to hear how good it is to unalive your brother, or how good it is to get your brother hooked or your sister hooked on drugs?
Do you know what they're saying right there, brother? It's like we're asking people to care about us that was sent on this earth to destroy us. That's why it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Destruction has to come upon those people because those people have been sent here to destroy us.
Right.
So destruction has to come upon those people. Because when the law, statutes, and commandments and the Lord is in the midst, evil has to go. That's the same thing like an evil spirit. Demons on a person. It says when an unclean spirit is casted out, it goes through what? It goes through valleys looking for a new host.
Right.
Through the dry places. And when it can't find somebody to go to, what did it do? It tries to come back. That's what the oppressor does. You know, the oppressor is going to always find new ways to come back. Right. You might be able to shoo him away for a little while, but then he comes back with the new thing. With the Jewish man. Oh, man. People are, you know, for a while they started doing conscious rap. They started having people tell you, hey, man, it's time to come up out of the slums, time to put on your bootstraps and all that. And you know what happened soon after that? The new wave of rappers came in on the Fetty. Now everything Fetty. Now everything spend that cash. Now everything pop that coochie and all that other stuff. And now those things are way more promoted. It's promoted way more than people listening to something that's going to actually change their life. It's not a coincidence. It's the agenda. And we have to learn how to see through it. So woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Keep going. What else does it say?
Come. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. Mm-hmm. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
You got to watch out. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have to watch out. We have to start following our God so that way we don't have to be at the bottom anymore. We don't have to keep being destroyed because we've been destroyed long enough. I don't know about y'all, but like I said earlier, I'm tired of being at the bottom. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to make sure I can make sure my kids don't get unalived when they decide to go to school because we have school shootings. The scariest thing for a parent nowadays is to do what? Send your child out into this world. Why? Because this world is not meant for your children. You got pedophiles stalking and preying on your children. You have all these people in these high places using the photographers for photos to try to figure out what's the next person that they want to sell. You got people in this world that's doing human trafficking. Do you not understand that this world is full of crazy people that are calling evil good? Saying bitter is sweet. And us as a people, we don't want to stop it. We don't want to band together to make sure that we don't have to live that life anymore. Like I said, if we would do what we're supposed to do, if we would gather ourselves we can have our own civilization away from these people. We can have our own power grids. We can have our own banks. We can have our own food sources. The farmers is blacks and Hispanics anyway. But we have to get out of the mindset that we have right now. And the mindset we have right now is destroying one another. And that's been our downfall. That's been the thing that's been destroying us for so long. Go to the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. Let me show you what your father is telling you.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers.
Revelations 18 and 4. Shalom.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people.
To do what?
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
It said for us to do what?
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Before that, it says to do what?
Come out of her, my people.
See, there's a voice. And the voice that you need to be listening to is from your God. Your God is telling you to come out of here.
Right.
Come out of here. The world that we're living in, that everybody's putting the treasures of this earth before the treasures in heaven, come out of here. The earth that we're living in, when the Bible tells you love not the world, neither the things that are in this world, because if you love this world, the love of the Father is not in you, come out of here. Come out of her. So that way, when this world starts being destroyed, you won't be a partaker of its plagues. You don't have to be destroyed with this world. The only way you'll get destroyed with this world is if you choose this world. What else does it say?
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
We, as a people, have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so that way we, as a people, don't have to deal with these plagues. What you got?
So, like, if I may, this kingdom is not everlasting. This is not the kingdom of God.
Nope.
There is coming the worst day that has ever happened upon the planet Earth.
Yep.
You know, the flood ain't got nothing on what the destruction that the Lord is about to bring to America and all the other nations real soon.
Exactly.
Like we've been saying for a long time, since 1966, there are only seconds on the clock.
Yep.
And either we gonna go get right or we gonna get left. And we do not want to get left to deal with the plagues that the Lord has for America and the oppressor. We don't want to be what the Bible says, thrust through.
Real talk. Real talk. That's what we got to listen to. We have to come out of here so that way we don't have to deal with those type of things. Like, we have been plagued enough. The transatlantic slave trade, that wasn't a plague enough? Okay. Now you got the Native Indians and the Hispanics, Operation Wetback, the Indian Removal Act, us losing our lands, those plagues wasn't hard enough. Now we got all our people being unalived. Now everything is on the phone, so now you get to see it live. You get to see your people being unalived in your face live on social media now. Your children are in schools and you're hearing about an active shooter in your child's school and you're trying to run there and you're seeing it in real time. Those plagues you don't think that those plagues are good enough? In every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household, you can't tell me you ain't got at least one or two family members that's locked up for life behind bars. That plague right there, that ain't enough for you? That ain't enough for our people to decide to come back to the Lord? It's enough for me. It's enough for me to want to change my life to make sure that my kids don't have to deal with that.
Right.
I don't want my children to have to deal with their father being gone because he decided to do something that gave him football numbers for the rest of his life behind bars. A dumb decision that I made in the midst of poverty. We done seen enough single parent households. It's time for the black man and the black woman to stay together. It's time for us to stop destroying one another and being enemies with one another. It's time for us to be together and stay together and not be in a household destroying our children because we don't know how to act. It's time for us to come out of here so we don't have to keep dealing with these plagues. Because like the brother said, and he brought it out, bro, these plagues is about to happen. This next wave of plagues might be the last. So with that, we're going to say imagine, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters, men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakatah. Yakmatah. Sar. Sisters Yeshabya, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba Shem Yahweh Shah. Yakmatah. Class dismissed.